there are companies right now that have a waiting list to get in as we speak today. And what do they do in common with most others? And I don't mention their names anymore because they get flooded with phone calls and people try to poach and visit their properties and talk to other people. And I've been kindly asked not to mention specific names, but the communication between your first inquiry about a job to the first day that you hire, if that's more than a week or two, you lost the majority of your pool. Like, how could you? People are living paycheck to paycheck. How can you take 3 weeks? Oh, it's a process. I hire slow and fire fast. Okay, for corporate positions, not service positions. If someone is making that kind of money, they need to get a job yesterday, and we need to have better processes. And people that think otherwise, I would love for them to actually run a service department, not just have a position where they assumed responsibility, but really get with the people in the field. After the person is there for 90, 120 days, then the assimilation and incorporation of what we do as a career is into that person's life and mindset. What most people are struggling with is they just expect technicians to show up. What some of the better companies are doing, and what I mean by better is that don't have many turnover issues, is they have, first of all, nobody trains less than multifamily. Nobody in all of the service industries across the spectrum. No, and certifications are not training; they're transfers of liability. So the average is 11 to 12 hours of training because we can't do without people. When the person is hired, they get a set of tools and they get a bag, and it has all the basic tools that they need for 30, 60, 90 days. After the assimilation period, those are yours. After 6 months, you get them multimeters, ammeters. A year, you get them a set of digital gauges, and it costs less than one advertisement. So there's lots of little things that we can do. But the thing is we just consider it an expense instead, a liability instead of an asset. And you can just look at the way what you spend on advertisements and put that into marketing and experience, because we talk about the experience all the time, externally, but not internally. If it takes a person 3 weeks to get a job, they're behind on their bills. And it shows them that no matter how complex and brilliant we are, we can't communicate very quickly. And by the way, you have to show up with several $100s worth of your own tools, and you're 21 years old. And so, we say we respect the industry a lot, but how many of us hope our own kids get into it? Right. And then who would you recommend your children to work for? And I think those are just some basic questions. The companies that are really doing a great job have everything they need. They're incremented, phases of reward, whatever you want to call that. So recognition is for behavior. Rewards are for results. They need results. And then what are they getting paid? And are people on call getting paid just for the inconvenience of their life? Because Generation Z is going to save the trades 100%. The bottom half of Generation Z is more interested in trades. There's a 50-something% decline in college admissions for young males. Most of them are going to the trades and looking for alternate career paths. But it has to be persuasive enough for them to stay, or they're going to move around and go back. And so the first 1 or 2 years, their off year, should be a wonderful experience in the service industries, or they're going to go back. And so that's just my observations and insights. But we need to put the resources, which includes training and treatment, into the hands of the people in the field. And we're not doing a very good job overall. I think we can improve quite a bit.